Zane, Clodfelter, Preston, Leinenbach here with Otters TV. Our series wrap up after the Joliet Slammers took 2 of 3 from Evansville in a crucial midweek series, and now there's 3 games left in the regular year. The Otters are half a game back in Preston. It's crunch time for the Otters.
It's crunch time. You know, it's a little hotter on the stove right now for the postseason race as it really heats up. As a fan, this is exactly what you want to see. Like, as the casual fan, that
right?
Because you want to see the competition. You want to see every game mean something here down the stretch, especially when it comes to the scoreboard watching. You know, for the Otters, it's a little worrisome. Like, it's only a half game. So again, tomorrow night can be different. It can be back to the flip side. However, again, there are less games to work with. For us as a good team, it's going to be hard for them, I would assume, to lose down the stretch. And so yeah, it's going to be tough, but again, back to the perspective of the casual fan, looking at it on paper, this weekend's a favorable matchup for the Otters. And with the late year Crushers coming to town. However, if you're the team, you ignore what's on paper, and you don't overlook anybody, you come out ready to play.
The thing for Evansville coming into this series in this homestand is Joliet, too, was a favorable matchup. Big Red, if we can, show the standings. This was the Frontier League picture coming into the night. The Otters had that half-game lead. Because Florence swept the Miners and the Otters lost tonight, it's now Florence that can control their own destiny in the West Division. They now have that half-game lead. And on Thursday in the finale, Paulo Portela came in a 10-game winner and just did not have this stuff during that first inning.
Yeah, it didn't feel like he had the zip, he had the bite on any of his pitches. I mean, it looked different, but you were just hoping maybe it's just, the early first part of the game, you kind of shake off the rust a little bit, when you just start the game, then you settle in. After getting some tosses out there and throwing some pitches, but that just didn't seem to be the case. It seemed like Joliet saw the ball well right out of his hand, which I'm sure will lead to some film watching just to see if there was something that maybe was off with his mechanics or whatnot. But I expect next time we see him, he'll bounce back well. If we get that chance, of course.
Yeah, it's a big if now.
I mean, it's a big if, but again, Paulo's a great pitcher. Tonight was just not his night.
And it's unfortunate, too. I think the back-breaking play came in that first inning when Mangieri, for the Joliet Slammers, we had seen him several times earlier in the year playing for the Southern Illinois Miners. He's acquired by Joliet in a trade there right before the deadline. He had that grand slam. You have to give the Otters a lot of credit. They're down 6-0, and at the time Polo was taken out of the game, it's a 6-0 game, and the Slammers still had runners in scoring position with only 1 out. Still able to, be in the game there to have that opportunity at a late rally.
That's exactly right. I mean, that's the thing about this team that's been so great all year long, as we saw in that one big game earlier in the year at Lake Erie. This team fights back. They're not going to give up. They're going to keep their heads forward and just continue to fight and battle. And they did that. It just came a little bit short, ran out a little bit of time, because they kept piecing together, chipping away throughout the game. Great relief pitching to keep Evansville in a chance.
Right.
Joe Riley came in, Abernathy, Gallardo, especially Joe Riley, because he was probably not expecting to come in the first inning.
He was the long man
He
tonight.
was the long man. I mean, it was just a great outing, a great way to just fight back, and hopefully that's what they can take into the weekend.
Yeah, and the Otters in the bottom of the 9th inning, there was 1 out there. You had a runner in scoring position, just unable to plate that game-tying run there to fall by a run. And for Evansville, it's been a weird homestand because on Wednesday, the bats really busted out.
On a 10 a.m. start, I mean.
Yeah, 10 a.m. start because the Otters lost the series opener, which kind of put things, a little bit in peril, and you're wondering, oh man, you're going to have another game in less than 12 hours from when that series opener ended. And then the Otters, 13-2, they really busted out.
Busted out. I mean, it looked like they were not just getting out of bed. It looked like they've been up for a while and came out ready to play. Really, like you said, just off of it, exploded with some offense of all kinds. Really felt good energy despite the early start time in that game for the players as well as the fans that we did have in attendance for that game. So yeah, just again, kind of the up and downs part of baseball, even within 3 games.
And even on Tuesday in the game the Otters lost, they still had chances, and Joliet still kind of giving them a slim opportunity, a slim piece of that pumpkin pie. Just couldn't get over the hump, and now the Otters, again, a half game back. So basically what has to happen for Evansville, the Otters it would be nice for a sweep against Lake Erie over the weekend, and if Florence goes 2-1, the Otters are in the playoffs. If the Otters go 2-1, then Evansville needs to root for Florence to lose 2 of 3 at home to close their season with the Alls playing Schaumburg.
Yeah, and that's going to be tough. Schaumburg's already clinched the Central Division, so you're kind of curious to see what their strategy and approach is for this weekend as they, I'm sure, try to set up themselves with nice rests and whatnot for the playoffs, for the postseason. However, they're a tough team, and I'm sure they're not going to want to just give up on the last weekend. They're going to want to get some more wins and try to keep their momentum going forward into the postseason.
And for the Otters, you need Schaumburg to have that mentality. One final thing before we kind of touch on the final regular season series here at the ballpark. Thursday night it was Triplets night, and we did honor Booth's Day, and the retirement is official. We had a awesome pregame ceremony. We're going to talk with Booth's Day on Otters TV, and we're going to have some of that ceremony, that Big Red Shot pregame included on that as well. It was really cool, the jerseys that the Otters wore on Thursday night were just fantastic.
I loved them. I loved them so much. They look so sharp. It's great to kind of bring back a touch of Evansville baseball history with those uniforms. And I know early in the game they didn't bring much luck, but it's something that I hope we not just use once a season. I think it's something that I would love to see be on a weekly basis when the Otters are at home, because they just look so sharp.
I mean, we both like the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals have their victory baby blues that they wear as a tribute to the 80s every Saturday game, whether they're home or away.
Yeah.
You know, so it would be great if the Otters could incorporate that. So 3 games are left for certain here at the ballpark: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, it's American Cancer Society night, and then a really cool night, I know, planned on Saturday.
Saturday's going to be really cool. Centerpoint Energy will be the main sponsor. It's going to be great, as they'll have a lot of stuff going on out here on the concourse table, a lot of giveaway items for fans of all ages, so you want to get here early, get your hands on the free stuff. Post-game fireworks as well on Saturday night, and not only that, but it is First Responders Night, so we want to recognize not only the Otters, but Centerpoint Energy, our sponsor, frontline workers who have obviously been at the top of the list here this past year for us, keeping us all safe. Emergency personnel, the actual first responders, I mean, just everybody who does what they can to keep our community safe.
The First Responders Night, of course, happens on the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attack, September 11, 2001. I was in 6th grade. I remember it, like it was yesterday, and it's just one of those life-altering moments where, in my mind as a 31-year-old who, born and raised in Evansville, you think of life as pre-9/11 and then post-9/11, and I know a lot of people within my age group kind of do the same thing, so it'll be great to honor them. And then Sunday we honor the fans with Fan Appreciation Day and a Dog Days this summer. That's at 12:35. Tickets for all 3 games are still available. All is not lost. Again, the quick thing, Joel Patfield, he gave all of us these shirts. The message is simple: the Otters just need to win. And if they can win all 3 games and get some help from Schaumburg by beating Florence, then the Otters are sitting pretty. If not, it's going to be disheartening.
And it'll be tough after being basically at the top of not just the division, but the entire league for most of the summer. But, sometimes that's baseball, and just kind of, it'll leave a sour taste, but it's good bulletin board material for next year if that's the case.
But there's still time. There's still three.
Time.
There's still 3 home games, and we hope to see everybody at the ballpark over the weekend for the regular season finale, the final 3 games of 2021 against Lake Erie. He's Preston Leinenbach. Big thanks to Big Red Jordan Fisher. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been Otters TV.